strict press in, all right? So you're trying to go as heavy as possible for all of those reps, all right? So increasing as much as you can. Obviously, we know strict press is one of the most humbling things we do, so your adding weight might look like a 2.5 on each side, maybe, okay? So keep that in mind. Don't hit failure. We want you to make sure you can get at least 3 to 4 reps in for those sets. After that, every 2 minutes for 8 minutes, we're going to be doing 3 to 4 push press. Again, adding weight, going as heavy as you can for each one of those. For our part C today, we're going to be doing, guys, you're going to do 40 cals. Ladies, you're going to do 30 cals on the rower. If you guys don't have a rower, then everybody's going to get a 400-meter run in. After that, you're going to come back, you're going to do 40 burpee pull-ups. So if you don't really have efficient pull-ups, or you don't have a bar if you don't have pull-ups, if you don't have a bar that you can jump up to easily, then let's do 20 burpees and then 20 jumping pull-ups, 20 burpees and 20 jumping pull-ups again. What was I going to say on that? Oh, and if you just don't have a pull-up bar altogether, then just jump kind of to a target or a little higher than you normally would, just do a little bit off the ground, okay? So that's just one time through the calories, for rowing calories, and the 40 burpee pull-ups, all right? So things you're gonna need today are a lacrosse ball, a softball, whatever ball you have to mobilize with. If you don't have a ball to mobilize with, I highly, highly suggest you go ahead and invest in that. And your rower, okay? So I am actually going to do the row warm up with you guys today. Hop on your rower. For right now, we can just go for meters. My feet are so small, I really wish there was one more setting down. If you don't know the setting for your feet, the ball of your foot should basically be on that plate. Okay, so set up for meters. Let me get mine on here. The first thing we're going to do is 150 meters of just arms, okay? So if you've never done this warm up with me, oh, good gravy. Okay, so if you've never done this warm up with us, we're going to fully be locked out. You're never caving in here. Shoulders are staying squeezed together right here. We're going for 150 meters. So never relaxing, not doing this number right here, not using momentum. Staying tight, squeezing those shoulder blades together, fully extending, pulling back to that chest. Surprised at how warm it is this early. Should start to feel this in your shoulders. About 50 more meters. Unless you just beasted through this. After the 150 meters there, we're going to get 150 meters with a hip hinge and pull. So we're not bending our knees yet, okay? So that's gonna look like this: hip hinge, drive, hip hinge, driving through those heels, pulling all the way back, not bending the knees here. And these don't have to be super fast. Engaging those glutes and hamstrings as you're driving your feet through. Making sure that chain is staying in that nice straight line, not anything crazy. All right, after that 150, we're gonna go 200 meters of a full row. All right, so driving. Legs, hips, arms, hips, legs. Legs, hips, arms, hips, legs. For 200 meters. Staying upright. If you're a person that tends to kind of duck as they come down, or has a problem keeping their chest up, you can raise that monitor to where it's straight up. So it helps you with a focal point. The rower's a little uneven on this ground. After you get done with 200 meters there, go ahead, hop off that rower. I like to always talk about getting on and off the rower. So if you were not doing that at the same time, just like you were walking up to a barbell at the same time, the same exact way every single time, start making that a routine, a habit, a ritual, whatever you want to call it. So every time I step on, right foot goes in, left foot goes in, I strap, I go. Whenever I come off, boom, I push with both hands, pull with both toes, up and out, up and out. It takes me roughly 2.5 seconds, okay? So if you don't have that routine down, go ahead and start making that part of your daily or routine every time you get on the rower. All right, I'm going to move my rower out of the way. We can grab a sip of water, grab your lacrosse ball. We're going to be working on that thoracic. So whenever you use a lacrosse ball in our thoracic for today, we're going to want to see how my shoulder blade's right here. You're going to want to run it right under your shoulder blade. So not on the bone, obviously. And you're going to feel this when it's in the right spot. So go ahead and lay down. Have that lacrosse ball right there under that shoulder. All right, find your spot. Straighten out your legs. This just takes tension off the lacrosse ball if you have your legs bent. So go ahead and straighten out your legs. Take a couple of breaths. Settle into that lacrosse ball. Then when you're ready, you're going to reach overhead, trying to touch the back of your hand to the ground, coming all the way up, touching your palm down by the side of your thigh. We're going to get 10 of these. Trying to keep as much weight on that ball as possible. And if you're really tight, make sure you're focusing on breathing as well. 7, 8. After you finish those 10, leave that lacrosse ball right where it is. Nothing changes except the motion of our arm. So now I'm going to reach out by my side. And I'm going to go up and across my body for 10. If you're able to go super fast, think about adjusting that ball because you might just not be hitting where you need to hit, okay? Six. Whew. Trying to touch the back of your hand on the ground, the fingers across your body without twisting the rest of your body. I believe this is 9. You guys, real talk, I could lay out today, like in a bathing suit and everything, and be completely comfortable. Okay, still keeping the lacrosse ball there. Go ahead and put your elbow at 90. So make sure it's not too far down here. It's at a 90-degree goalpost here. So you're going to go down. Again, touch your palm. Try to keep your elbow on the ground. Try to keep as much tension on that, or as much pressure on that ball as you can. And then again, back all the way as far as you can, touching the back of your hand on the ground as well. Let's get 10 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of you might be struggling and moaning and groaning right now, but I promise it's beneficial. I'm going to say this is 10. Okay, come off of that lacrosse ball. And go ahead and just put your hands up overhead. Kind of notice how much more movement you have in that side in all directions. It's always good to just test and retest, especially if you're kind of like a numbers person, then you definitely will enjoy that. All right, other side. So find that spot. Again, up and overhead. Whew, this one's tighter than the other one. Down by your side. 10 times. Six, 7, 8, 10. All right, keeping that ball there. To adjust mine just slightly, then going across. Hand out by your side. Trying to touch your fingers across your body without moving any other part of your body. So keep those legs locked out. Again, that will keep that pressure just a little bit more on that ball. Five, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then elbow down on the ground again, reaching back, trying to get your palm to touch the ground, coming forward, palm on the ground. One side may feel a little different than the other, maybe a little bit more sticky. Take your time on those, all right? I'm gonna grab a barbell because I didn't grab one. So keep doing those and I'll be right back. Okay, so our shoulders should feel pretty good right now. If you did not retest, go ahead and retest, making sure each side feels nice and loose. Maybe get some arm swings, hug yourself a little bit, clap behind you. Okay, barbell time. So with your empty barbell, we're gonna go through a couple of movements here, all right? So the first one, we're just going to do our strict press. Remember, our strict press, hands are shoulder width outside. Hands are right outside your shoulders. Never between the bar and your body, okay? You never want your hands to get stuck. Your feet are right under your hips. You're not arcing your back anywhere. You're not overextending. Curling those ribs down, screwing those feet into the ground, and squeezing those glutes. Moving the head out of the way, pressing straight up, getting the head back through, nothing else changes. Moving the head out of the way again, coming right back to that starting position, okay? So we're gonna do 5 strict press, but I want you to hold it for 5 seconds at the top. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down, right back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down, right back up. I like counting for people because people count really fast when they have weight over their head. 3, 4, 5, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have let go of that tight body, go ahead and tighten back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, we're going to do 5 push press, we're going to pause for 5 seconds in the bottom of the dip. This is to focus on keeping our chest up, not letting those elbows fall, okay? So, same position, but this time we're dipping down about 1/4 inch, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then pressing all the way overhead, okay? Back down, reset, dip, 2, 3, 4, 5, press, back down, dip, 2, 3, 4, 5, press, back down, 2 more, dip. If you've started to drop your chest like this, focus on getting in those heels, keeping that chest up, press, 1 more, dip, 2, 3, 4, 5, press, 2, and reset. Let's do 3. Actually, set it down and shake it out because I'm sure you're probably struggling in those wrists, maybe those elbows, or maybe you're just struggling, maybe you're just tired shoulders. I have very small wrists, and for something like this, I definitely suggest using wrist wraps. It's not worth me being uncomfortable for the next couple of days just because I don't add that stability in my wrist, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get 3 strict press and 3 push press on your own. Here we go. 1, 2, all right, set that bar back down. Okay, so we've gone over our movements. We've gone over rowing, all right? The burpee pull-up, we all know, chest touches the deck. Again, if you don't have a pull-up rig, jumping higher than you normally do, or doing a jumping pull-up into that, okay? It's gonna be 40. Make sure, you guys, if you guys get tight forearms or if they're tight from anything this week, stretch those out, because pulling like that after holding on to the rower, all that grip strength is gonna add up today, okay? Let me know how you guys like this one. If you're a rower, I'm sure you're gonna love it, but I don't know. Burpee pull-ups to me are just fun. So let me know how you like it.